computer performance monitoring for gamers, professionals, workers and designers with HWiNFO tool best for overlocking and more. The first step that we follow once purchasing any new hardware parts is to test their condition, read their technical specifications and technical characteristics, and ensure that they are ready for the hard work at the maximum possible power. There are many tools and programs that help us do this, but we must be careful when using programs that constitute a state of intense pressure on the CPU and GPU, especially during overclocking speed. These programs and their set of tests we call benchmarking, burn test, and stress test, but in fact they have another, more accurate name, which is power virus or energy virus. And this ugly name that was given to it was the result of the program that executes specific machine code to reach the maximum CPU power dissipation. That is why if you try to use these tools without experience or for long periods of time, they may cause damage to your hardware parts. You must be aware of this matter sufficiently. And there is no need to rush before reading and reviewing here and there so that you are sure that you are ready to do this, in order not to be the cause of any problems that occur to you. We came to you today with a completely free HWiNFO tool that is able to read the characteristics and status of hardware components without posing any danger to them. And in this way you have full freedom to use it and benefit from all its features without fear or limits. It is one of the best tools for reading the hardware properties with great accuracy, and is characterized by continuous technical support by the developers. You can read all the sensors of the motherboard, the CPU and GPU, the RAM and storage units in their various hard and mobile states, and dig into knowing their characteristics, temperatures, condition and working speeds. But it is not only limited to that, but also provides multiple types of reports and evidence that help us in making sure of the safety of the components and the stability of their work, and to follow up their condition even while we are away from the computer and not using it. Because it is a huge tool that is divided into several functions, it is best to start with you by explaining how to use it extensively and benefit from it. The first step after installing the tool, press Run. After installing the tool and pressing the Run command, now we can review in this small Windows summary showing the type of CPU, its technical and software characteristics, its accuracy of manufacture, the number of cores and its frequency speed. In addition to that, you'll find the motherboard model and the integrated central chip. But we will close this window to see after that a more comprehensive and clarifying window in the next step. Open the Sensors window. In this step we click on the Sensor tab to see all the hardware cut-off sensors and their status. This window never ends, and the more components the computer contains, the more pages this window contains. You can switch between pages through the mini-tab located in the lower left of the Sensors window with the blue arrow mark as shown in the image. It is not necessary to read every small and large in these windows, but it contains some guides that help us to read the speed of frequencies in detail, temperatures, output voltages and more. But before we close the Sensors window, we will try to take advantage of it by installing the most important readings of the values of the hardware parts that indicate their status in the taskbar next to the clock and date, so that we do not open this window again whenever we want to look at those readings. It is preferable to add only the most important readings that clarify the condition of computer processes. But you are completely free to add any readings of any sensors that you deem necessary for you. Add values in toolbar to monitor them all the time at once. In this step, we have selected the maximum temperature the central processor will reach by pressing the core max value of the right mouse button, right-click, and then selecting the Add to Tray command. and the CPU temperature value will appear next to the clock. Change the color appearance of the value readings. In previous step you'll find that the value you want to see appears continuously in the toolbar. We chose the value of CPU max and total CPU usage, which is the value that indicates the percentage of CPU resource usage, the GPU temperature value, and the current DL rate value. You can change the colors of the values according to your desire by clicking on the value you want to change its color, right-click, then choosing the Change Color command. And from the New Colors tab, choose the color that suits you and click OK. Activate the appearance of values within the game's screen. Of course, you can add any number of values whose status